you guys, but I'm tired of the social media platforms nowadays. I'm tired of being on Facebook and Instagram and all these different social media platforms. Like, what else we got out there? You just joined, these live streaming, TikTok, and all this. And how many fake accounts are there on those platforms? Is there a billion or is there 100 million? Is it 10 million? I don't know, but there is a lot of them out there. And every day, it is, I'd say we're probably putting about 15 to 18% of our time actually into deciding and trying to understand who is real and who is not on these social media platforms. You guys think about where this was just a few years ago. Okay, just even 2-3 years ago, we were not being bombarded by all these fake accounts. And there's a reason for this. They want us distracted. They want us in a state of confusion. They want to waste our time for us to try to decide who is real on social media and who is not. Because when we have doubt in our mind, when we have uncertainty in our mind, this is low vibration stuff. Okay. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to push an agenda to where you have to go ahead and feel obligated to buy their little cute little blue check mark. And that's what's going on right here. They're trying to increase the sale revenue with you upgrading to a blue check mark, which still it does you no good at all. You just pay your $25 a month for your Instagram and Facebook little blue cute check mark. But at the same time, this does not prevent you from having all these people hitting you up. Even there's blue check mark people out there that are fake accounts even. So the blue check mark is just a waste of the money. It's just a little bit of a status symbol on these social media networks that are Web2 social media platforms. Okay. We have some very special people that are joining on this call. I'm extremely excited to have some my new friends that are coming on this call with you guys today. We'll see who can make it. We have some special guests from Dubai that I have not even met. Robert, if you turn your camera on here, and I've got Mina. Excuse me, guys. I'm just activating everyone here who's on here. Hopefully they can. Let me know when you guys can see me.
Robert Wiska ist da drin.
Okay, let me see. I'm actually going to go down and.
Okay, aber ich höre keinen Ton.
Let me see what happens here. Okay, perfect.
Jetzt bin
Are
ich
you
gleich
there?
dran.
Can you guys turn on your camera? Okay, you guys bear with us while we get this set up live here. There's gonna be some very important information coming.
Warte, jetzt habe ich Mikro an. Oh.
Amina, please mute out. Okay, you guys. So the thing is that people are tired of the social media platforms, determining. There's just a lot of confusion out there, and so for 3 years now, I'm trying to make it so you guys, I can see you here. I can't see you guys. If you can turn your video on, I don't know why it's not working. My apologies, guys. But the thing about it is that for many years now, we've been working with Web2 technology, social media platforms, and now we have Web3. All right, guys, I'm actually trying to make it so I can see these fine guests that are with us right now. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you okay.
Wonderful. Is there a way for you guys to turn on your video, my friends? Can you turn on video? It's not letting me for some. There we go. Perfect. I see Powell. Nice to meet Powell here. I'm so excited to meet you guys all. Very nice. This is a moment in history, guys. Thank you, guys. I believe you're in Dubai. Is this correct? Robert, take notes from Powell, how he turned his video on. How did you do that, Powell?
We are currently not in Dubai. I mean, I'm not in Dubai. I'm right now in Poland because basically I had sinus surgery. So my voice might not be clear. Sorry, because like a few days ago I had this surgery. I have still full nose, after operation. So I'm still, regenerating. And right now I'm in Poland also for Christmas for my family.
Well, I want to say thank you guys for hopping on here around the world. Robert, I don't know if Mina, you guys are able to turn on your camera. There you go, Robert. Thank you so much. Where are you at, Robert? I appreciate.
But it's very, very dark. I can see.
Well, I want to say I want to say hello to you guys and just I thank you for taking the time. This is a very special moment. I've been searching for 5 years now for a Web3 social media platform. My past experiences, we had a Web2 platform where we launched the world's first social media cryptocurrency, and the energy at that time, it was absolutely amazing. People, I traveled the world, I had offices all through Africa and stuff and everything but people people at that time were ready for a new social platform. But what will you guys have created now, which I think is amazing, is this is a DAO. So if you guys want to give an introduction, introduce yourself, please. I watched a video about you guys today, but Robert Powell, very nice to meet you guys here today. Ryan from Seattle. Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. I'm a passionate about the social media in general and the experiments on the people's data. I would say, what can we do about it? And like already 18 years ago, I was fortunate enough to do one of the first social networks on the planet, but in Europe, not in the United States, which, as we know, was not so successful because the Facebook took the whole market afterwards. But we had like 4 million users, and it was quite interesting experience for me. I did quite achieved some status of understanding how it works, how we can manage dynamics within the social experience. And after Ethereum came, we are ready to do another steps and test it one more time with the improved social experience, I would say, with all my knowledge from the past already.
Yeah, wow. That's amazing. And so it's what is your understanding, like where social media is in Web 2, and what do you see like them even trying to do? Because obviously, even if they go into Web 3, they're not, they want all the money. So you guys have created a platform that incentivizes and rewards, excuse me right there, let me turn that off, that rewards the people, so share with us like how this is different than Web 2 social media, the Facebook, the Instagram, these things here. Go ahead. Go ahead. Robert, you there? Powell? I'm not sure what's going on there. Powell, maybe you can, he's got a connection issue. Can you comment about that? How this social media is different, please?
Yeah, so first of all, because it's Web3 and the world is transactional, so first of all, we could distribute all the money that normally should go to corporation, or is going actually to corporation, to the people which are involved. So this is the major difference. Second major difference is that in Web2, corporations own data of all the users. So it's like a ghost. Imagine you have a ghost that is behind you, and or like a shadow, that you can see, this is my shadow, but actually the corporations tells you, hey, do you see this shadow? And you say, yes, I see. It's yours, but it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to us. How do you like it? And you say, yeah, I'm fine. Why? Because you get those, emotions that they offer to you, right? But basically, they are getting paid, so you should get paid. And
it's kind of like they own your soul. It's kind of like they own your soul in the digital world, in a sense.
It is somehow, right? So, but it should pay to you. And what we can do in Web3, we can connect people and let transactions to be distributed, like profits from transaction to be distributed to the network, to the people. So this is like the game changer in general.
Right. That is massive right there. And it's so necessary because as the world is shifting, as we're moving more into, artificial intelligence, as we're moving to more jobs that are being, taken over by technology, people are working extra hard on, in addition to this, the currencies are being devalued, and then I've always felt that the stability of cryptocurrency is most solid when you have a sense of commodity, which is obviously through a social media network. So for whatever reason, Mark Zuckerberg, they never came out with their cryptocurrency over at Facebook because there's a reason for that, right? But when you have something like with what you guys are doing, a platform by the people, if you could touch base on what a DAO is, a decentralized autonomous organization. Am I saying this correctly? A DAO. That tied to a social platform. Can you explain why that's so powerful? Glad to have you back with us, Robert.
Yeah, sorry, it's a connection issues.
No problem. I heard Dubai's having connection issues today for some reason. So
actually, I'm in Africa. That's why the conditions and this stuff.
Well, that's a no-brainer for connection issues. So what I was speaking of, I can hear you. Okay. Well, Robert, so what I'm speaking about is how a DAO is so powerful when it comes to social media, and how just the cryptocurrency, it can be much more solid when it's tied to a social media network. I mean, we have like 40,000 plus cryptocurrencies out there in the world nowadays, but we have not seen like one really of a social platform that has ever gone mainstream, right?
Yeah. I mean, decentralized autonomous organizations, so-called DAO, are supposedly solve many problems for the future, but nobody knows yet. It's still in the experimental phase, I would say. As you said, nobody did it, but there is a plan to do it, and some first examples of that shows promising results. So based on that, I think people can have just more secure profiles, more secure data.
Robert, are
Has
you
at
speaking
least
about you believe that what, not to cut you off, but are you speaking about
yeah.
how you believe what you guys are working on is that solution?
Yeah, we are connecting a lot of dots, not only DAO, but many different angles, many different approaches to create a protocol which is kind of doing everything, which sounds weird, maybe a little bit and crazy, but by everything I mean we try to be a water, like a
Well,
Bruce Lee.
I think it sounds a little cuckoo crazy to have something that is not connecting
Yeah,
all the dots, and that's where we've been completely,
yeah,
we've been living in just such a fragmented world and how it comes together. And I see what you guys are doing. As I was listening to your guys' videos that you made, they're absolutely beautiful. I was just like music to my ears, and everyone I'm sharing this to is music to the ears. I had a very large team, we shall say, over at a social media platform. It rewarded people to use it. The energy was absolutely contagious, but we had just got the party started. We hit like 1 million plus users. Now, why is now? Because some people look at this platform, they're like, well, they've been talking about this for a few years. Can you explain like where this began and leading up to now? Why now, as we move to March, I believe is the launch date. This is the first time we've ever spoken before. I'll see you guys in Dubai here, hopefully next month. But why is now important timing and what's happened in the past?
I think in generally between 23 and 24, a lot has happened on the market in terms of technology, and also the big guys like FANG, the Facebook, Apple, Google, and etc. They just moved to create some new technology for the future. So I think that the time is just perfect for like everybody creating startups, technical startups, with the wide offer for the customers. So from that perspective, we couldn't dream about better times. We have technology which is easier for us because some big companies are struggling with the technology because they want to keep what they already own. And we are the new wave, which means we want to present the new opportunities, not only keep the business which been there for like 20 years, right? So we have different approach, and it can be smart, quick, and we can maybe enter the market in an alternative way, not having $15 billion in the pocket, right? Like
It's
they
not
have.
necessary. That's so
Yeah,
cool. It's kind of like David and Goliath, and you guys come out and just
yeah,
like this, right? Like one shot, take out the Achilles, just like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you
yeah,
asked the question about DAO. So why basically we believe it will work out this way. So I think about it like there are quite a few good platforms which already delivers different kind of DAO opportunities, right? So you could open your DAO, but why it didn't scale up hard? Basically, there was no interconnector for people so that everyone could easily join and work together to cooperate and like make sense, overall sense for this. Social
Right.
media is the solution. And actually our engine, multi-role engine, which maybe we can also talk about, is a solution for this particular case. And by the way, you also mentioned Facebook, why they are not doing this. I kind of disagree. They would like to do it. They would love to do it. And even they tried to do it, but that should you remember. But they tried to turn on Libra, right? And so many big corporations tried to join them, but then Congress stopped them. So and so they know exactly what will happen, and they tried to get in. They opened Libra, but basically Congress shut it down. And after this, because it was too dangerous, right? What Facebook could do even free.
Exactly. That's what I was
But
alluding to right now. It was too dangerous, right?
yes, that's why they moved to Meta. So they focused on creating metaverse because they realized, so, okay, if there is no space for us here, they shut us down. So what we can do is only teleport to the future and hope that there will be better world. So this is what they can do, right?
You know what? You know what's interesting about that whole entire thing also is they never went public saying, "Oh, hey, the government wouldn't let us do this." Did they? You know, it's kind of like they kind of swept it underneath the rug and just kind of moved on to like what you're saying, focusing on the metaverse that seems to be just not doing so hot anyways. It's like, what do you guys think that the future is for like the metaverse and stuff? What's your vision about how this moves forward in social media right there?
You know, metaverse is just some kind of the last display. It can happen through goggles, through lenses in your eyes. It can happen maybe through Neuralink from Elon Musk, or maybe some other technologies will be there. And social experiences within metaverse, not only social experience, but from some perspective, mainly social experience, because there's gonna be a lot of people, and people is equals social, right? And they can do businesses, they can do art, they can do music, whatever, but it's still from some angle, from some perspective, it's still social, not media, but social experience. And we can happen overnight, the same way like Vitalik Buterin introduced Ethereum, is just
Right.
pop up from nowhere based on the common goal. Yeah, okay. So we are well synchronized.
Yes,
So
we
if
are.
you ask me, you know, about any go-to-market strategies or ideas how to conquer the world, I can probably give you the best answer is like Vitalik Buterin. I'm not talking about maybe Bitcoin because nobody knows who is Satoshi Nakamoto. Maybe this is some government. There's some chance.
Right.
But in terms of Vitalik, programmable money, I think that maybe not. Maybe this is a real person. I think it's his normal business, and it's a very good business. And we can happen also overnight because they have the technology, which is bringing a lot of money for them.
Right.
And we can come like in Goliath overnight and just show the alternative way. And let's see, there's going to be an open market. Like at
that's
the end,
what
the
Yeah.
people will choose.
exactly. If it's a platform for the people or the corporations, it's all
So,
leading into
yeah.
this. Go ahead, Paul.
From my point of view, if you think about that metaverse is a display, then CanDAO protocol is a soul.
Is a
It's not just
what?
display. It's a soul.
So,
Soul.
Oh, there you go. I like that. I like that a lot. That's good.
yeah.
That is amazing. Well, I mean, we're connecting consciousness on a global scale, and I think the two things I wanted to point out was these corporations. They've been putting a lot of money into different technologies and adding these technologies together. Like Snapchat may come out with like a cool heat map feature. I love that, where you can zoom in and see like when something's red or yellow, for example, in a happening area spot. I really like that on a map feature. Something to consider with what we got going on here. And you know, you got online dating, you have all these different features, and how do you tie this into one thing and make it like a central hub to where, I mean, I don't want to walk around with goggles on my head all day long. I like to be in this world, but I like my world to be effective around me and for me to tie in and be effective with those that I'm around. So I got my act together in this world, right? You know, and that's basically what we're doing, is we're making life so much more simple for if it's goods and services that you're purchasing, if it's, you know, being able to find the right partner, if it's be able to, whatever, just, and have those rewards go back to the people by tying into the platform, into this. So, man, I'm so excited to connect with you guys today. And I really appreciate you guys hopping on around the world here. We have people that have been looking for such a long time, massive teams that want to come on board with it.
Happy to be here. You know, there are at least two possible scenarios in this connecting humans for 24/7 to some goggles and shutting them down in some basement. The other option, alternative option, would be: do we really need so much data every day, like 24/7? Can we maybe copy ourselves, right? By copy, I mean Imagine your avatar, which is powered by artificial intelligence, connected to many sources and fixing 95% of all problems you have by itself. So it's filtered, and you just manage the 5%, which is really interesting for you. And it requires some human God intervention. The rest can be automated. So I think that the future is not settled yet. It's going to be dynamic. So let's see. Maybe social experience of the future will be the least, the better, not the other way around.
It truly is. I mean, I find myself, there's people on social media that just sit here and repost a whole bunch of stuff. They're not living their lives to the fullest so much. You know, my social media, when I actually had a brain condition for quite some time. Okay, I actually had frontal temporal lobe dementia for 26 years. I'm the most documented brain case at what's called the Amen Clinic. And so I look at my social media post during this time. The good news is that I'm here today, and some things changed in my life. I went from being a dum-dum to Einstein brain. That's a very interesting technology right there. Okay, so cool. That's my medical disclaimer right there. So I have a question where I'm sharing about that in a second, but it's interesting. I think that people are so beat down. What's happening is that people are they get tied up in social media, and I think they're looking for an answer to make their lives better. So I applaud them for that. We have to, and then once the right answer comes about, then we can actually become more effective together. But a lot of people, they're just in this dopamine fix and just wearing their brains out, and they're just not living their lives, right? Yeah, I got a question for you just on this note. So what you guys just saw me take something underneath my tongue is the reason why I'm sharing this is because I want to give an example of how businesses can tie into your social media platform. Okay, so I work in reverse aging technology, for example. That's what I do, is I create superhumans. Okay, this product right here is the only product on the planet that actually raises your mitochondria, all the batteries in your brain cells within 5 minutes to where you were when you were 5 to 10 years old. Okay, so this is actually something that this woke up my brain, we shall say. Okay, so for example, on something like this, how would a business owner come to market their products within your social media platform? How do you see it effective? Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the business owner will. Pablo, go ahead.
Okay, Robert, you can start. I will finish.
Go ahead, Robert.
Yeah, I wanted to respond with the question, but business owner, you mean somebody wants to advertise the product, right, or services or whatever?
This, for example, what I saw in one of your videos, you said like a songwriter comes on the platform, and all of a sudden people join to watch the song, but then this person goes and buys a car, and there's all these rewards coming through the system. Can you explain the ecosystem of businesses within this system?
Yeah, the ecosystem of the future, it's not only goes to our platform, but I found, because the blockchain is transaction, it means the events of the future will be transactions. Doesn't matter what it is, it's a transaction. Now we call the payment gateway, the Amazon, just to buy or sell some products. It's like separated. In the future, it's going to be united. The platform's going to be united, like one virtual space. When you will be sending the avatar to make business for you, or maybe shopping, if you teach it efficiently, he can hire somebody for you to do the job, or maybe contract the energy with the power supplier, or maybe some hardware and software. It can be done by the artificial intelligence or some agents of yours, right? You don't have to do it personally. That's the trick. So social experience will have a higher quality in general. And because everything is transactional, it means that it's simple to track. So if we are talking about rewards, any kind of rewards, it's because you track every single point of it, every single transaction in the system, because everything will be digitalized. Even banks go for the CBDC, which is the currency of the, it's going to be digital, like everything's going to be digital.
Yeah, but even with these cryptocurrencies, whether it's a CDC, whatever, these things are, stuff like that, if it's XRP, if it's, these transactions being done, the thing is they don't have a social media network tying the people together through friendships, like strong connections, right? Sure. It's like, okay, well, there's just another transaction. Exactly. Want, but I go ahead.
Yeah, that's why the future showed one of the paths with the DAO, And if you can imagine that people will establish, I don't know, 15,000 different in any areas of their interest, then it's going to be a perfect world, right? We need to prove it in practice.
Yes. You know, one of my,
make it.
Not to cut you off, Robert, I call myself a futurist utopian capitalist, a utopian capitalist. What does that mean to you?
More utopian or more capitalist?
More utopian for sheezy deezy.
Yeah, but utopian is a key here, you know, and this is funny for now, this comparison, but in the future, maybe we will be able to drop the utopian, and it's gonna be like one big, gigantic DAO with zillions of the DAOs under it. The same like artificial intelligence can got, and the other agents and smaller artificial intelligence databases or whatever engines will be just under the one and the only one God. So the future is undefined yet, but it's very attractive and very sexy.
Yeah,
and for us, it's an opportunity to explore.
Wow.
I would like to also talk about your question more. So how this entrepreneur will benefit. There are actually two major ways. So like already in some details, right? Let's say first one, if this entrepreneur looking for clients or maybe looking for partners, looking for employees, looking for what? Or maybe for all of this. If for all of this is fine as well. So let's start with, for example, employees. You're looking for some guys to hire. Then you are just sharing on your group, on your page, that you're looking for maybe some programmers, some designers, some, I don't know, architects, lawyers, whoever, right? And based on what you're looking for, you can say that you will pay $1,000 for this guy, $500 for this guy, 200 whatever for that guy, and then you are just putting this like a listing, you know, and everyone will see this information. And first of all, they can join us in particular role, for example, lawyer or I don't know, programmer to your company, and they can just join you so that they could cooperate with you. If there is a job, so that there is a salary connected, which you will see on the blockchain, that money is there, so you can just be hired and you will get paid from smart contract. This is how you get job. So by the way, forget about traditional contracts. You can have smart contract which will pay you money. This first. Second, then if you don't
imagine getting paid in the social media cryptocurrency also tied to the network. Oh.
Yeah, then these guys, which maybe are not a programmer, let's say this case, but you know programmers, right? Who don't know programmers in this world? That you can invite your friend. And if you will invite your friend, and this friend is going to be a programmer for this company, you know what's happening? You're getting commission, and your network is getting commission. So yeah, so because he got hired, right? And he wanted to claim money. So imagine HR reinvented completely from zero. And HR companies have a big problem actually here because we are decentralizing HR in this way. Then you can think about products. So you're looking for, as a company, for getting more clients. Yes, right now, then let's talk about the centralization of marketing. You think of your audience on Instagram or TikTok or whatever else. It doesn't matter if you have 5,000 users, followers, or 5 million. Let's say you are small, you have just 5,000. How would you make money? Not really many solutions, right? If you have 5,000. Yeah, if you're an influencer, then this is a little bit different, but for smaller ones, not really. So imagine that you could recommend any kind of product. You will see like list of products, and then if there is, for example, some campaigns. So let's say McDonald's is organizing campaign that if you will go to, I don't know, for example, McDonald's and record a reel for when you are eating Big Mac, you know, and drinking Coca-Cola with French fries, then you're going to claim $20. And then imagine they are spending like $100,000 budget, and there are thousands of people which are going to McDonald's just to record a reel to share on their Instagrams or their TikToks. It's like a new trend, new way of marketing, and then every kind of company can do it. So then you have new TikTok. right? And of
Man,
course, all the people which are buying, they're generating commissions. Commissions are going where? To the community.
gosh, this is like I call this like even Web 4. I mean, because Web 3 has not even this is just the biggest thing I've ever, this is what I knew was coming, and I'm excited to be part of it and bringing it to the world as fast as possible. So from a timing standpoint, I'm encouraging people to sign up for free right now. I want to hold you guys up much longer. We're half an hour into this right now. We can do another, but we'll hold some, give a chance to have a moment for people to get a chance to know who you guys are, first of all, in this first video. Okay. But I'm encouraging people to sign up for free. There is a compensation plan, obviously, with this for people to partake in the system. This social media platform is going live when?
Yeah, it's a good question, but I think we will start rolling in the second quarter of next year.
What is that? Second quarter is when was that January, March, April? The beginning of April?
Yeah, we will start somewhere there. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I mean, anything I can do, I've got a really good program in Dubai. I'm connecting with you guys with. They turned actually hashtags into NFTs. This is a concept potentially that could be brought to the system where the hashtags actually stabilize the cryptocurrency more. Instead, it's pulling currently data from Twitter. So the more a hashtag is being used, it mines cryptocurrency every minute of the day. It's very interesting situation. It's just an example of, and so then imagine hashtags being used because we can switch blockchains on this. Is a proposal we have, but that's one idea for the platform. So
what if you replace hashtags with prompts so that you could have top prompts and you could see how people are prompting? Because when you prompt, then you could, for example, adjust your feed and see what you want to see, because AI will help you to adjust the feed. So what about this one?
I'm not sure if I understood that fully, but it sounds really good. What do you mean prompts?
Because you're prompting right now to ChatGPT, right? To get some maybe results. And imagine that you could prompt on your social media, like in your feed, to adjust the feed to what you want to see. So let's say you want to get maybe a quick, roughly, to get some informations, what happened today. And then AI will make a summary, what happened today. Or maybe we'll show you the best posts which you're looking for. Maybe, today there was some news about Bitcoin, which you're interested in because AI will know that you like Bitcoin. And then quickly you will find out information that you're looking for. Or maybe you're looking for a job, or maybe you want to get some partnership somewhere. So AI will filter everything, and based on this, you can just find whatever you want in the space. And I said top prompts because prompts could be like in this way, there could be like a future of hashtags, because hashtags are telling you what is popular right now. Prompts will do the same in this way.
Yeah. Yes, that's a very good point. That's amazing. And so on the note of artificial intelligence, also, Powell and Roberts, for example, you guys are using artificial intelligence to determine who is real and who's who's not real within your platform, from what I understand.
What we are doing even more, we are training our own models, and we will be probably the first company on the planet to use artificial intelligence. The source of the training data will be based on the social experience, which it never happened so far. So yeah, let's see the outcome, but it should be quite spectacular. Yeah, all the relationships, all the networking, all the business relationships, rewards, opportunities, all of this stuff, we will be training models. I mean, we are like doing it actually, and it will be ready somewhere next year, and it's gonna be quite a breakthrough. Yeah, technology.
Well,
personal AI.
Go ahead, Pal.
Personal AI. I just wanted to say.
Yes. Why? They do already have some kind of personal AI on Instagram, but honestly, it's like you can have your own little friend or whatever on Snapchat or whatever. It's. But I know you guys will do it much better with everything that's going on because.
Because it's not about being a personal AI, more about training models from the data sets which hadn't been yet presented to the current, ChatGPT or whatever. It's just a random mostly statistic data from the Web 2.0, the old internet. which is statistics model, like what do you know? So the ChatGPT tries to be smart, connect the dots, but it's still statistic data. And imagine this is totally dynamic, and it is based on the behavior of you, your friends, your network, and everybody around the businesses you do and stuff like that. It's I wouldn't call it a personal, because there are agents already and some personalization of data. It's already on the market, but not in the way we are doing it. We are doing like networked agents. You know what I mean? With different skills, different capabilities. Yeah.
Well, this is all I want for Christmas. So this is my gift to all my friends this year, bringing this social media platform to all my friends. I'm a last minute shopper, so here I am just giving it to all my friends with you guys signing up for free today. And so you guys, thank you so much for taking the time once again to be here. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person. You can count on me to help get the word out there and connect the best of the best. So with you all, and I'm just looking forward to this year ahead. It's going to be, you know, me and a friend had a talk the other day about how there was, you know, there is before BC, and then there is AD, and then there we call it before humane, BH. Okay, before humane. When we take these technologies and we put this together, think about this, is very interesting. We put these technologies together, we can actually be real humans for the first time, where we actually there's no more, you know, fear of, you know, people not being able to pay the bills and stuff like this, because of we're redesigning the system to help people all across the globe and level the playing field. So before humane, and then, you know, humane. This is where this seems to be going right now, and how give that some thought right there, right? Because everyone, I believe, has it in them to be really good people, but it's like the circumstances of what surrounds us, right? Like, I'm in peace, I'm on the water right here and stuff, you know, and living, you know, and our people are in conditions where it's a little bit more uptight, and they're just another person just in the matrix, you know. So
at the same time, we would like to balance it, and we are not betting just for artificial intelligence, but also the social experience in the protocol should be also like a human intelligence. And if you combine all of it, like both fractions together, you should get some spectacular results.
Because
but anyways,
happy. I think a lot of people that are talking about artificial intelligence out there nowadays, they're not seeing how good it really could be, which you guys are. So thank you for putting it all together properly. Awesome, guys.
Yeah, thanks a lot, and Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
And
yes,
talk to you soon.
It's gonna be the best year. All right, guys, take care.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Bye-bye.
Blessings to you both.